Hi, we're the Kemp family, and this is our Stollery story.
George is a 5-year-old boy. He is curious, he's silly, he's hyper, he likes adventure. My pregnancy with George was a healthy, normal pregnancy. Everything was going as it should, and it was about 4 months of age is when things started to kind of go awry. He just wasn't eating properly. He was throwing up a lot, but as new parents, we weren't sure if this was just normal spit up or if he was teething. But then it got to a point where it just didn't feel right that it was this hard to feed our child. So we finally decided it was time to just go to the Stollery to put my mind at ease. And all of a sudden we were admitted. We were told that he was in heart failure. Lots of terms were thrown around, 50% chance survive cardiomyopathy, 50% don't. The first step when we were in hospitals, they wanted to see if the heart would mend itself through meds. And after about 2 months of trying these medicines, the doctors said we would have to be listed for transplant, as that'd be the only way for George to survive.
You come to the realization that, your son's gonna have a heart transplant, your son's gonna have a new heart. The understanding of that's actually going to now happen. It's just overwhelming. I remember saying, don't care if he comes out blue, purple, pink, or whatever, but as long as he's good.
Everything was good for about a year and a half, and then unfortunately we hit what we thought was a hiccup, a blip, I'll always remember the team called it, and it turned out to be way more than a blip. We were told in hospital that unfortunately we have some bad news for you. You've developed some donor-specific antibodies, and they were already starting to attack his heart. It was Crohn's disease. This is what happened, and the iron had triggered a Crohn's flare, and so he wasn't properly absorbing his rejection meds, so basically his body was not protected by the medicine.
It was kind of like, not this, right? Like, how could it be this? We were through this, we were done, we weren't supposed to, this isn't supposed to happen to us once, let alone twice.
Since he had such high antibody levels, he was at 81%. So that means that out of all of the donors, 19% of the donors would match him. For us, it was a 7-month wait in hospital for this heart. I'll never forget the surgeon, a world-class surgeon who's retired now, very blunt. He came up to us and he said, well, George is done. The heart was big. I didn't think it would fit. And then he just paused and we're just like, and then he's like, but it did. And he walked away. But it went well. It took a bit longer to heal, but still not that long. It was about 2 weeks we were in hospital and then we were gone after a 7-month stay. It was just incredible. And then we were home and you just can't believe this whirlwind of 4 years that just happened. And then you're back at like, okay, let's hope that everything's calm now after this.
Since transplant, George can lead a pretty normal life. He can run around like a kid, he can go swimming, he can bike, he can do all sorts of stuff. I think you should support the Stollery. Just having been through it and being a part of it, the amazing work they do there actually saves the lives of children across this country, and we wouldn't be a family here today without it.